The Art of Floundering podcast presents Slider, the origins of a brand new superhero. Prologue, going rogue. Everyone is in position, sir. Ewan's feds knows nothing about the streets. Hughes just needs to give the order. Well, okay, Polar, it's a go. And let's show those marijuana junkies what all can be accomplished when local law enforcement partners with the DEA. Gee golly whiz, well wouldn't you know, the door's stuck. Ewan's geniuses at the DEA didn't think about this one, did yous? Oh, drat, I overlooked the door. I'm sorry for flubbing up. Do we pull out? There's no way that door's coming loose. I'm afraid pulling out is not the DEA way. I know just the person who can grease the skids. Sounds like America's in a tight situation. Have no fear, Slider is here. And I'm here to grease the skids. Hey everybody, you can relax now. I'm here to save the day and get the drug war back on track. The only way we're going to be able to pry this door open is if we can use Slider's super-powered sexual lubricant. This sounds like a job that's right up my alley. Lead the way, DEA. What a big day for the DEA and your tax dollars. We're getting ready to rid the streets of some more marijuana junkies. Slider, I'm gonna need you to work your magic so we can pry open this door and bring these junkies to justice. Have no fear, my super-powered sexual lubricant will get that door open. Gee golly whiz, something tells me this is gonna get all fucked up. Go, Slider, you can do it. Okay, Slider, enough playing around. It's time to go to work. Oh, is that it, Mr. DEA? You wanna tell me how to do my job? Yeah, take my goo, you fucking fed. Wow, man, Slider's gone rogue. This guy from the DEA's a total dipshit. Ewan's hang with me, Flower. That's right, I'm dropping loads of my super-powered sexual lubricant. Use is shooting that goo everywhere. Ewan's, let's get out of here. You just got done taking multiple loads of super-powered sexual goo. Are you okay, sir? Don't worry about me. I'm a federal DEA agent. I've taken loads before, but we have to alert the president immediately. Slider's gone rogue. It's always shocking to see one of our heroes fall so far. But for Slider, it wasn't always this way. After serving faithfully on the front lines, Slider was one of the brightest stars in America's war on drugs. And before exploring how he was corrupted, why don't we do a deep dive and tell the story how an ordinary outcast became an extraordinary, peachy keen superhero in America's war on drugs. Act 1, back in the day. Golly gosh, you were so right. Being 420 free is peachy keen. It is peachy keen, Christina. You're rolling with the cool kids now. Yay, we're the cool kids. Golly gee willikers, peer group. My name is Slider. Wanna be friends? Ha ha ha, Slider. You must be kidding. You're not one of the beautiful people. You're just weird. Slider is weird. Slider is weird. Golly gosh, peer group. You're bullying on me because I'm a little different. Don't you think that might be fucked up? Things like you don't have a say, Slider. You're an outcast. Your opinion doesn't matter. It never will. So why don't you beat it, man? You're greasing up the place. Wah, you guys aren't being very nice to me. Gosh, Bernard, that seems so harsh. Sometimes you have to be harsh to keep freaks like that off the street. They're wrong about me. One day I'll show them. I'll show everybody. What do you think, big guy? Should we move in now? Not yet, man. So we're gonna have to cool our jets. But if everything goes to plan, we'll be making our move soon. Fuck yeah, Kim Jong-un. Don't you worry, Slider. The hemp-loving people of North Korea will be able to put your skill set to good use. Fuck yeah, Kim Jong-un. Act 2. Feeling the goo. After spending several hours feeling sorry for himself, Slider made the journey home. Hey, is that you? You better have my vodka. Home sweet home, complete with a court-appointed family. Golly gee, Miss Joanne, I flubbed up and forgot all about it. I hope you can forgive me. It's been a traumatic day. So if you want to keep this roof over your head, why don't you start doing your job and getting me vodka and staying out of my way? When it felt like the whole world was against him, luckily Slider had lamb chop. Jesus titty fuck Christ, lamb chop. It feels like you're the only one that really gets me. And right around the time when Slider was getting vulnerable with lamb chop, something weird happened. Golly gosh, Slider, aren't you tired of taking everybody's shit? No shit, lamb chop speaks. Fuck those motherfuckers, Slider. You need to quit taking so much shit. And Lamb Chop was dropping knowledge. Gee golly, Slider, I get it. Bullies are a real bummer. But the next time they fuck with you, you should get them with your goo. Gee whiz, do you really think that would work? Trust me, the motherfuckers will never see it coming. Golly gosh, Lamb Chop. Thank you so much for taking the time to mentor me. It's the least that I can do, kid. But remember what I said. If they fuck with you, give them the goo. And thanks to Lamb Chop, Slider learned how to tap into those superpowers. Wow, Lamb Chop, I never knew I had this much goo. Like I said, man, they'll never see it fucking coming. Hey, freak show. After spending the evening learning how to tap into those superpowers, Slider had new hope the following day. I think you made a wrong turn. This area's just for the cool kids. I'm so very sorry, Bernard. I was just trying to get to class. I don't want to be late for class. Otherwise, I would kick your ass. So stay out of my way if you know what's good for you. You know, Bernard, one of these days you're gonna push somebody too far. You know, Bernard, I think he's right. You do take things too far. Jiminy gosh, Bernard. You were real mean to Slider. You could be so harsh, Bernard. I'm gonna get you back for this, Slider. You just wait and see. Act 3. Shooting the goo. In conclusion, all of Ewans needs to wise up. If Hughes goes down the wrong path and gets involved with this narcotic, Ewans is gonna go straight to Palookaville. And if your good pal Officer Puller catches you with this narcotic, well, guess what, Hughes? That's right, Ewans. All he is gonna get tased. I, for one, want to thank you, Officer Puller, for keeping the streets 420 free. Okay, class, settle down. I'm sure by now you can see that living drug-free is pretty rock and roll. But if we haven't convinced you yet, how about a real-life superhero? That's right, kids. It's Super Duper Peachy Keen Kid. That's right, kids. It's me, Super Duper Peachy Keen Kid. And you don't have to blow grass in order to fly high. Guess what, kids? Super Duper Peachy Keen Kid is here to answer your questions. It doesn't get any better than this. Super Duper Peachy Keen Kid. Do you think I have what it takes to be a real superhero? Well, Bernard, I hear you're not very 420 friendly, and you'd have to keep that up. Because if you want to fly really high, you can't do it on the pot. I think you're just dreamy. Do you have a girlfriend? Ha ha ha! Make no mistake about it, Super Duper Peachy Keen Kid does not date. That could lead to premarital fornication, and that is a no-go for a superhero. Super Duper Peachy Keen Kid, do you think I could be a superhero? Hey, Slider, shut up and sit down. You could never be a superhero, Slider. Okay, let's thank Officer Polar and Super Duper Peachy Keen Kid for helping keeping our streets 420 unfriendly. That was a stupid question. I'm gonna kick your ass after school, man. There he is. I'm gonna kick his ass. Oh, Bernard, you're acting like such a jerk. Bernard, please, man. Let's not resort to violence. Fuck that shit. It's on, bitches. I warned you, Bernard. You drew first blood, man. Oh, snap. I don't think you want any of this. That's right, Bernard. Take the goo. I'm dropping loads on you, Bernard. I can't see through all this sexual lubricant. That's right, Bernard. Take it all. Uncle, uncle, uncle. There's a lot more where that came from, Bernard, so let that be a lesson to you. Yes, sir, Mr. Slider. I will never bully again. Well, let's hope so, because I wouldn't want to have to drop my load on you again. Oh, that Slider is so dreamy. Golly gosh, you were right, Lamb Chop. I was able to use my goo to stand up to the bully. Like I said, genius, they'll never see it coming. Okay, I've seen enough. It's time to make our move. Fuck yeah, Kim Jong-un. Act 4. Dropping loads for America. After standing up to that rat bastard bully, things started to gel, so to speak, for Slider. Oh, Slider, I think it's so adorable when you shoot your goo. Golly gosh, I think Slider's the greatest. Jiminy, Slider, you have what it takes to be a real superhero. I know what I'm talking about. Super Duper Peachy Keen Kid is a friend of mine. Dig this. Slider was even identified as one of the top young anti-420 minds in the country and selected for the prestigious annual trip to Washington, D.C. to check out the inner workings of our nation's drug war. Up close and personal. As a reminder, when in doubt, shut the fuck up. I don't want to be embarrassed in front of esteemed drug war officials. Oh, Tommy, we get to learn about the drug war. This is going to be so peachy keen. Well, Penelope, I'm not trying to be a party pooper, but be on the lookout. There's a lot of riffraff around. Right on, man. Are you here for the protest? Oh no, Slider. There's hooligans here in our nation's capital. Hell yeah, man. Whatever we can do to disrupt the status quo of the system. Christina, you may want to stay behind me. I think the shit's getting ready to go down. We're here to agitate and disrupt. We're tired of the rules, man. Right on, man. Those hippies look like they're up to no good. I'm afraid there just might be trouble. Fuck the system. Oh, Tommy, why do you always hide when there's trouble? Well now, y'all protesting and agitating? Well, I'd like to hear it, potheads. This here's America, so y'all take your narcotics and clear on out of here. Otherwise, I'm gonna introduce you to the long arm of the law. Fuck yeah, man. Game on. Jeepers! I sense trouble. This is a job for Super Duper Peachy Keen Kid. And there's only one way to deal with out of control hippies, and rest assured, you can't do that on the pot. Well now, hippie, you want a piece of me? I don't think so, copper. Try this on for size. Ow. Ugh. Owie. That's not fair, hippie. That's right, man. I got the weed. I got the pipe. I got everything, man. I'm afraid not, hippie. That's right, hippie. It is I, Super Duper Peachy Keen Kid, ready to demonstrate the power of leading a 420 free life. That's where you're wrong, man. I've done so much of the marijuana that I'm invincible, man. Try this on for size. Oh no, Super Duper Peachy Keen Kid, be careful. It looks like Super Duper Peachy Keen Kid is too fast for you, hippie. Jiminy gosh, I really flubbed up, I'm stuck. Oh my, it would appear that Super Duper Peachy Keen Kid is in a rather tight spot. Drat, it looks like this hippie has the upper hand. I'm afraid it's over for me now. I've seen enough. It's time to grease the skids. Well, super duper peachy keen kid, say bye-bye. Not so fast, hippie. Let me drop some of my superpower petroleum sexual lubricant on you. Oh my, they're gonna do it. They're gonna defeat the hippie. Something tells me my superpower sexual lubricant will set you free, super duper peachy keen kid. Wow, Slider, thanks to your superpower sexual lubricant, I'm free. Let's fight crime. Try that on for size, hippie. Don't grease those skids too much. Save some for me. That's right, hippie. You've messed with the wrong superheroes. Great job, Slider. I'll take it from here. That's right, Mr. President. I couldn't have done it alone. It was a total team effort. Top-notch, super-duper peachy keen kid. You as well, Slider. I can tell you right now, this drug war is a gigantic pain in my ass. It's good to know there's a superhero like you, Slider, who can grease the skids. What can I say, Mr. President? It's been an honor. I've got a certain set of skills. To be honest, it's nice to finally get some fucking recognition. Rest assured, Slider, your government recognizes the skills. POTUS is right. We're always looking for someone who knows how to grease the skids. Welcome to the team, Slider. Can you believe it, Christine? Our partners are superheroes. Golly gosh, dreams do come true. Dear leader, I'm here to do my part for the hemp-loving people of North Korea. That's solid, because it's time to start putting in some work. Someone needs to convince Slider he's on the wrong team. Fuck yeah, Kim Jong-un. Golly gosh, it was wrong of me to be a bully. Jiminy Bernard, don't be sad. I forgive you. Wow, you do? That's really swell of you. Golly gosh, Bernard, everybody deserves a second chance. Besides, I'm sure you've learned your lesson, and I can trust you 100%. Friends to the end, right, Bernard? Fuck yeah, Slider. You can trust him. This concludes this episode of Slider, the origins of a brand new superhero. From all of us at the Art of Floundering podcast, peace and love. From parts unknown. This is the Art of Floundering podcast. Wishing you nothing but peace and love.